This is a pre-recorded message.
Oh my god.
Sup, fuckers? This Nightwolf Girl. Well,
Oh.
I don't really look like it as of the moment, but I still got the hair, so still me. I look fabulous, everyone. Get over it, alright?
My fucking god, wow.
We have the lovely, what should I
Skittles.
call him? Skittles Hale over there. He's, a lovely man. He loves to, corrupt everyone with his multicolored flag. Not saying he's gay or anything, just saying when your name is Skittles, you know something's up. Then we have, again, last nickname I used was, Celestial Angel, Celestial, Ender Bitch. Because she's a
Hey,
hound that is also a female, which means she is a female dog.
how rude.
Don't steal my thing.
Shit it.
Which
I'll
reminds,
fight you.
which reminds me. Hi, Ruka.
What did I
Yeah,
do?
this isn't,
I know.
this isn't the news where you like randomly yelling, "Hi, mom." This is a stream, all right. We're gonna be on here for a while, so just go ahead, yo, hi, mom. I doubt your mom's gonna want to see this and or care,
Why do you think I
but
said? Why do you think I said hi, Ruka?
little did
Like,
we know she's
yeah.
actually his adopted mother.
Like I said, I'm not gonna say hi, mom. Except now.
I
Anyway,
figured.
that
Yeah,
I forgot where we the fuck. I forgot where we left off.
we left off with everyone dying.
The end.
Actually, we
I'm
left
not
off
wrong.
right. We left off right after police had covered up the story so that Victor would still be able to work there. He went over to Zexy's ex at this moment.
I think we stopped
The
when we threw his ass in the infirmary. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, I need to get the
continue on with you guys' things. I will mute for a second so that you guys can tell your stuff. Plus, I feel that there's someone watching me.
oh.
Yes.
Anyways, in the infirmary.
Was falling asleep after dealing with lots of damage. Physically, he was top shape, but mentally, dot dot dot.
This is David. Hey, it's still daylight. Don't fall asleep.
Well, up until the best way to get through a procedure is to fall asleep because then it'll go faster.
Dude, I mean, come on. You only have a few wounds. They can just patch it up.
And what about what I had to go through? I've told you
Uh,
everything.
right. But again, I just think it would be better just for you to stay awake for a while until it gets dark. But if you want to rest, that's alright with me as well.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. And after that place burnt down, I thought you might have gotten hurt.
I'll never forget everything I had to witness.
What?
Videotapes laid out for me. Message from dead friends. Writings on the wall. An arcade with a time bomb. And a desire to eradicate the whole place.
I know, but I'm not trying to be rude and all, but they're gone, and you have to accept that and move on. I know they don't want you to pretty much keep holding on to them. You gotta move on and stay strong.
Easier said than done. Mentally, I want to move on, but some part of me also wants to stay behind. I wanted to save everybody, even try to see if there was any magic involved which could bring them back to life. However, they're far gone.
The only thing that revolves around bringing somebody back is equivalent exchange, but that's far beyond your power.
No kidding. I'm a mere mortal after all. I try everything to stay alive, which ended up being my mistake.
So I'm guessing while you were in there, you ended up trying to get yourself killed. But at the same time, one part of you is saying not to get yourself killed, and you kept on fighting.
Exactly. Part of me just wanted to sacrifice myself to save them from themselves. But then I was able to do it while I was alive.
Lexi that just hits Victor's head softly. I swear, you're stubborn sometimes, but it's very amusing and funny. And what makes you a brother?
Stubbornness is usually rooted with someone who's been through too much.
Yeah, and it could leave a mental scar, but hey. Hmm. Anyways, if you want to rest, go right on ahead. I'll be here, alright?
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sky and them will come and check on you soon.
They're gonna have me work one more night just to clean up the place and see if there's a way to salvage everything. Well, not really salvage, but try to rebuild the place with new stuff to allow the place to be what it was supposed to be.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
There's no way I can get rid of what happened. No way I can really do that. But at least
Well,
if I work tomorrow, I can try to make peace with myself.
but
Plus,
if you
plus, by allowing the place to thrive as a place to be happy, I don't know, maybe the spirits of the animatronics will pass on and they'll allow for some of the newcomers to live in peace.
well, I highly doubt it. I mean, if you go back there, that's just gonna end up continuing giving you more pain as it is.
If we leave the place as it is, it'll end up just like the other location.
But that's what I'm saying. It's best to just push them away instead of just going back. Because if you do, it's just gonna leave rather more mental scars or even worse.
And then what? Afterwards, I could end up letting it sit there, do nothing. And then there's, well, concept of ghouls. They don't become ghouls, but the haunting memory of you letting it go can then come back to haunt you when you least expect it. Because you moved on, you could end up forgetting why it is that you wanted to do something.
Mm.
I had to face that before. I thought I moved on. I moved on completely. And then my enemies from the past came back somehow.
I'm just saying what's best. Because, you know,
I see your point. Well then. Well, if the others are there, I would like to speak to Seto.
Zeto,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. You said it yourself. Skies, taking care of something, so he might be here right away. And plus, keeping my mind on something unrelated to these guys can help me out.
Let me see if I can get them. You're gonna have to give me a sec. Right. Zero walks in. I heard my name.
Yo,
Good to see you. All right, Victor.
well, with all the scars I had to be dealt with, it's amazing that I kept my sanity.
Kept your sanity. Zach, do you care to explain? Um. Well, the best way to sum it up is that, Victor, you tell him. No.
I'll tell him. For about a week, for almost a week, I've been working over at that pizzeria nearby. It seems that the place was running pretty well. However, I discovered that there were many underlying secrets. Previous workers who were presumed dead were actually alive. I received a letter, and Zigzag followed. It was a letter written to me, declaring wanted me they wanted me to face them alone. I told him to stay behind, but Zigzag followed, and then I ended up having to deal with not those killers. Well, I dealt with those killers, but I had to deal with the killer's worst creations. Don't worry, they were functioning, but he turned humans into animatronics. Take a guess who they were.
There's no need to tell me. I'm already aware of the humanoid animatronics.
I worked as a night guard trying to stay alive. By clinging to that belief, dot, 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 I ended up killing my own daughter. Let's just say,
Continue.
let's just say when I used my own magic to face off against them, against Shiro and Nightwolf, I ended up hitting a barrier and it rebounded to make it so that Emilia would take the entirety of the attack.
Is that so?
Yes.
Continue explaining.
Emilia became an animatronic soon after, but she followed me as a phantom, well, a shadow. She sent her spirit to me. I
But
didn't
let me
know.
ask you this. Was she saying it was your fault?
Yes.
Was there anything else beforehand?
Jack Tozuku came to me as a spirit. He told me that it was my fault as well. I didn't know any better. I thought I didn't. I didn't. Neither of them were nearby. I didn't know if they were nearby or not until I realized that when I attacked Shiro and Nightwolf, Emilia came after me looking for me, and she was nearby when the attack hit.
So basic recoil.
The third night, I couldn't trust anybody. Celestial was turned into an animatronic. At first, she tried to kill me, but then something about me, restored her back to normal. She tried to help me, but it was on night 4 that I learned the truth. Shiro had gone mad. I mean, Steph CP mad.
Continue.
After that happened, after I found out, the videotape showed Shiro becoming an animatronic, thanks to Nightwolf. It was that day that Celestial tried to help me. I don't know why my words didn't affect anything before, but when I found out about what had happened, I said to Shiro that you allowed yourself to become crazy. You betrayed yourself, just like I did when I tried to save myself and killed Amelia. If that's the extent of what your programming can do, then I feel sorry for you. Nightwolf turned on him soon after. However, an animatronic named Tripwire, or rather, an organic robot, in my opinion, Tripwire, all he did was serve Shiro, and he knew about the old location and the new location, their history, everything. But he still complied with Shiro in order to kill everybody. And then the worst thing happened. Shiro used a remote that Jin and Kazuki had created. Reset her completely. Her spirit was destroyed.
Your animatronic was nothing but a husk after a reset.
Right.
Continue.
I got incredibly mad, beating up Shiro's robot, shoving a pipe that I had forged into a knife right at him. Part of me wanted to kill him, but I couldn't.
So that means you missed on purpose when it came to hitting.
Exactly. Soon after, I went to Nightwolf had attacked Tripwire. And that's when their rivalry began. It was on day 5 that I started plotting with Nightwolf. We decided that it would be best for all the animatronics to rest in peace. But it was that day that it was on the 5th night I had tried to fix up the others. I talked to Tripwire, I talked to a few others. I even went to the old location. An employee told me about the place. Shiro, being as crazy and snarky as ever, started, I don't know, malfunctioning, going back to the way he was. He said he didn't remember everything about how he was in the past. All he knew about was being an animatronic and whatnot. And then, I guess somehow my words got to him. He started feeling guilt. I noticed it, so I decided that maybe it would be best to try to help him, but it was all for naught. The spirit of the kitchen, aka Jack, stayed there. They kept him there. But when it came to Shiro, he went out and did his plan just like usual. We had a big brawl out, facing off against Shiro, Tripwire, some of the other animatronics, even, and then we found out the worst. Kazuki and his assistant weren't the masterminds. It was another scientist named Jin. He was quiet, but he wasn't innocent.
So it was the same one. Jen was the one behind it all.
Right. I then faced off against him, and I discovered the truth. And that's when we realized we planned the day of that we need to make peace with everybody before we got killed, before we killed them.
Do you
If we,
mind do you mind explaining what you did?
I went over to the old location and found a kid. He had apparently been looking for his father. He said his name was Zachary. I carried a suit that he pointed me to and brought it back. I went to go see Tripwire. By the way, this is the sixth day. When I came back, I went to Tripwire. I asked him some questions about the old location, the new location, and his integrity. I then gave the suit to Tripwire, and he felt really happy for once. After I left, he soon realized what I was trying to do and knew what the plan was. He pretended to be malicious and try to attack me, and Nightwolf went to go and kill him in order to set him free. But the boy interfered, taught him how to truly save everybody, and so Nightwolf held to his conviction. While he didn't admit it verbally, in his heart he accepted it. So when that happened, Nightwolf told me to make amends with Shiro. I went to go face off against him first, and then I finally made amends with him somehow. And to my dismay, it wasn't Shiro who had been controlling the animatronic. It was the crazy personality that he had just invented.
Let me ask you this. By making peace with the animatronics, you didn't destroy them, did you?
I made peace with them by trying to give them something that would allow them to set them free. For example, for Tripwire, I gave him the suit, but had the way that he made peace was to allow himself to be killed so that he could be with Zachary, and Zachary passed on with him. I went to go and talk to Salvage. He was an animatronic composed of dead souls. He had been seeking the same peace that the kid wanted, so he helped us. Told us information about all the animatronics and how to set them free.
No, David, I'm saying, did you or did you not destroy them?
Their spirits? No. The animatronic bodies? Yes.
Oh, dear God. What? They're gone, so you don't get it, do you? What do you mean? If you destroy an animatronic in a violent manner, including when it comes to using a crowbar, the spirit will end up becoming restless, which means the route Nightwolf took and you going along with it will cause the spirits to be restless. And the only spirits that weren't able to escape was his, Celestial's, and Amelia's.
Shiro rested in peace because he didn't, although he didn't want to die. I told him I didn't want to either. Towards the end, I made peace with him, but I said that I do not want to kill Shiro. I can't do it again.
But you did.
Nightwolf told me to, and Shiro asked me to.
But let me ask you this. I can feel the guilt in you. Amelia asked you to kill her as well.
I told her the only way to save her from the animatronic was to free her soul and kill her animatronic body. She said, please don't. I said I didn't want to. I was even prepared to walk away. I didn't want to kill Amelia, but then she asked me. Kept asking me and asking me. I could never take it. I killed my daughter twice.
And this is one thing you need to think about. David, if you didn't do it, Nightwolf would have done it. And if he would do it, it wouldn't be pleasant.
No kidding. When I came to Celestial, her body was reset. That meant her spirit could never rest. It was destroyed. Utterly.
It was an empty husk. Nothing to control it. You made the right choice of living. But those scars will never go away.
I tried to save Koga too, however, Jin and them distorted his body beyond repair. Ichinose was among them too.
No wonder.
They distorted Koga's body by merging it with different forms. Koga, Korihime, Jack, and Ichinose. While I didn't notice it, apparently Ichinose had been searching the place, but Jin found him and killed him.
As I said, those mental scars won't go away, and the proof is obvious. Your hair was once blue, but now it's black because of the mental scars.
No kidding.
But now it will be best for you to stay on guard. And also rest.
Right.
The wounds you have will heal, but you make sure that you get enough rest. If they don't heal, then we may have a problem.
Understood.
Anyways, I'm gonna head back down to I'm going to head back down to my lab and see if I can get any other magic spells in before it gets late.
Understood. Lays back.
Sexy Zek lays back and stretches. Jeez.
Falls asleep.
Hmm? Sexy Zek looks. Sleepy, huh? Hmm.
Later, while dreaming,
The sound of movement could be heard in Victor's mind, even though it was a bit odd. It was hard to make out.
woke up in his dream.
The sound of a of the sound of something scratching the walls could be heard.
What the hell?
Something could be seen in the distance, but it seemed like to be a shadowy figure of something, almost wolf-like.
Who's there?
The shadowy figure was looking at Victor as its red and white eyes glow.
No, it can't be. Teared up.
Do you not recognize who I am? Or does the fear of replacing you and it will destroy still haunt your mind?
Type it out. It really is you.
The shadowy figure was looking at David, although it didn't move in the spot where the light was. It seemed to stay hidden in the shadows.
Shivering in fear. No, that isn't you, Shiro, but if you're really the ringleader in all this, then I do apologize.
The shadowy figure stays in place. It didn't seem like it wanted to move towards the light.
Moved towards the light.
Do you really think that little act of you apologizing would really make you have forgiveness? It's pathetic.
Forgiveness is not asked, it's earned. I'm the one that taught you that.
But committing the greatest sin of all is killing those that you cared about and listening to one stupid mutt.
Koga.
The shadowy figure shakes his head. Not Koga. Koga's gone.
Amelia?
Amelia is unknown. She did, whether she lived or died, who knows?
And what do you think of Shiro?
That's so mean of you to say. You should have recognized it by now. The shadowy figure steps forward, its claws sharpened, and its black tongue is sticking out of its mouth. Do you not recognize me, big brother?
I had a feeling it was you.
But it was so mean of you to ask.
I didn't make peace with you, but I wanted to. You didn't want to die, but there wouldn't be a guarantee that you wouldn't become crazy like you did.
Is that so? After
You're you're the
all of this,
you're the one who went crazy because I wasn't there, because I didn't help you, because I didn't search for you, because I came too late, because I focused on preserving myself rather than trying to protect everyone.
but in the end, it is your fault. Amelia's death, Celestials, including the place being burned. It is all your fault.
Stopped being afraid, stepping forward. I'm well aware of the things I committed. I'm well aware of that. Trying to help, trying to protect myself from what you became is what caused Amelia to die. Trying to help you, trying to help you out, allowed your good side to finally come, but at the cost of burning this place to the ground. My desire to protect Celestial caused Celestial to sacrifice herself, and you killed her. I may have started this little train, but you're the one who kept it going.
Indeed, I did. And it was all well worth it.
Shiro, I know, would never say that. You were the one who cried because you wanted to be alive. You wanted to be an animatronic to help others. I did too. Your own brother, your own cousin, your own cousin wanted you to die in order to set you free. I wanted to set you free because I know in my heart that no matter what you say about it, I was giving up everything. I was willing to give up my life to become an animatronic, but you wanted to keep me alive. Don't worry, she'll be back. Rewind. Play. I may, the real Shiro I know would never say that. You're the one who cried because you wanted to stay alive. Your own cousin wanted you killed to set you free. I wanted to set you free. I wanted to allow you to be alive. But then what would happen? What if someone worse than Jin, Kazuki, and the others came, and I wasn't there? What would happen if something really happened to prevent me from being able to save you, and sacrificing yourself would mean a permanent death. What would happen if I had to go through the agony of having to revisit everything that I had to go through, even though most of it was me moving on? I'm the one who tried to help you, the one who tried to set you free. I'm the one that helped you defeat the abomination. I'm the one that tried to save Celestial. You're the one that killed her. And on top of it all, you're the one who on top of it all, you're the one who lost yourself. You betrayed yourself to your own madness instead of trying to be instead of trying to stay sane. You knew that they were lying, yet you tried to believe that it was actually all real, that you were in fact crazy. I kept my all and tried to save you. And no matter what you say about it, I was willing to allow myself to become an animatronic so that I could save you all. You're the one who wanted me alive. But you ended up following his cause and having to kill us. You tried to help, and plus, you're the one who made us this way. Swings arm and grabs David by the throat and swings other arm, clawing him across the face and digs claws into the throat. Ah! Ah! Maybe I neglected you. But I'm not the one who put the needle in your haystack. I'm not the one that turned you into what you become. You chose to see it that way. Fought back. You can't escape what you made us, and I'm sure your daughter would say the same about this. I'm not here to escape. I'm here to confront it. Fights back. dodges David's moves and swings arm, clawing him across the chest and grabbing him by the throat, holding him in place. You're foolish to believe yourself. Your agony and pain made us this way, and it will never change. Just look at your daughter. Looks over and notices. Amelia. You made us this way, Dad. How could you? Was hurting. It's all your fault. Kept a cool head, closed his own eyes in his own dream, thinking back on everything. Opens his eyes and smiles. You're right. It is all my fault. But you know what? At least I'm trying to repair what I broke. I tried to repair that which I couldn't fix. You are here now because of my mistakes, and I will try to help myself, but I will also try to help you. I made you who you all are, and I can change you back to the way you were. Emilia, I may have made you this way, but I offered you the choice. I offered you the choice to allow yourself to be killed, or if you wanted to be alive. I could have talked to Nightwolf and convinced him not to try to kill you. Because I had made peace with all the other animatronics. You guys, on the other hand, I couldn't. Celestial could not be saved because Shiro foolishly reset her programming which destroyed her spirit. You attacked me for making the mistake of trying to attack Shiro and Nightwolf. You ended up being nearby. I am sorry that it happened that way. That I ended up killing you because of something I didn't intend to happen. If you weren't nearby, I would have been able to stop. I would have been able to stop myself, knowing that you would be nearby. I knew that some people would come, but as to who would come, I didn't know. Ichinose was the likely aspect, and he stayed alive until Jin made work of him. With you, it was because of me. And I'm done fighting. Drops his weapons, puts his hands behind his back. I don't need a cover up story to stay alive, or to allow myself to be killed by a judge and a jury. You want to kill me? Go ahead. But I know in my heart that you know in your heart I tried to save you. Quit being your usual stubborn selves. Start accepting your own truth. Repair or mess up even more. And where was Celestial say? Big brother, how could you? How could you do this to me? And why kill you now if I could torture you even more? The more fun for us, the more we get to hear you scream and suffer. Strikes David through the stomach and kicks him back and licks the blood off of his claws. Very well then. Celestial looks at David and mumbles to him so he can hear her. Wake up. Come on, David. Place his foot on David's head. Fight your little brother. Gets back up. As soon as he gets back up, as soon as he gets back up, he heads over to he grabs Shiro and hugs him. Claws sharpen. Amelia smirks and claws show. Celestial mumbles again. Please, David, Wake up. I don't want you to die in this nightmare. Here's what Celestial had to say and decided to Victor. Victor attacked both Emilia um and 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 Shiro and and managed to defeat them, but attacks both of them and manages to nearly defeat them, but enough is enough. I will not allow myself to lose you once again. Shiro growls and kicks David. Emilia gets back up. Gets back up and decides to attack. But when he goes in for the attack, he kills both Shiro and Victor. I told you, Shiro. I'm willing to sacrifice myself. You've lost yourself. I hurt myself as well. Right when he did that, he actually kissed Shiro. I know you're there, Shiro. Don't let this memory be a legacy of you. Do not let this be your legacy, Shiro. I know you. This is not what you wish. End it the way you want it to be, not the way you started it. Don't give me that look. You know this isn't true. Nothing will change. Aren't you optimistic? Attacked once more. But it wasn't towards Shiro. He attacked himself. If I only hurt others, why would I willingly allow myself to die? Or rather, why would I not, why would I try to why would I further try to kill myself? Pulls Shiro's hand out of his stomach and places it on Shiro's heart. Do not plague your mind with these ill thoughts. Feel your own heart. This is not you, Shiro. Don't you dare lie that it is. Shiro's eyes glow and growls. This is who I am now. Pins David on his back. Look at you lying to yourself. There is nothing you can do to change us. There's nothing I can do to change us. Then how about this? Sings a song only Shiro is familiar with. Can't get it all the way through. Oh dear sweet Shiro, you're holding yourself back. growls in pure anger and tries to lock Jahan into place but couldn't. Is this really who you think you are, Shiro? This desolate form? It hurts, but it's also fun. Come on, buddy. You know that you want to be better. Shaking but smiling crazy like and starts laughing crazy. Better? Yeah, I'm better now the way I am. Help him. Celestial tries to help out. No, Shiro. David goes to Shiro, singing once more. Come on, Bob.
Alright, I am back. I was told that we should end. It is 2 o'clock. Um, so I guess sign off, people.
This is Victor signing off.
I'm assuming the lovely Celestia will be automatically signed off. This is your host, Nightwolf Kuro, the god of tacos and the king of wolves. Signing off. I'm stealing your tacos, people.